Welcome to the Insurance Awareness Series by Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India. In this episode, we are going to understand the features of standard individual health insurance product, that is Arogya Sanjeevani policy. This presentation is strictly intended for providing only general awareness and information on standard product introduced by IRDAI. It is not a sales presentation of any specific product. The viewers are strongly advised to read carefully the sales brochure, the policy terms and conditions before purchasing any insurance product, including a standard product. Let's understand what is the necessity and objectives behind introducing standard health insurance product by IRDAI. Health insurance market is having a number of individual health insurance products with different features. It may be challenging to choose an appropriate product for the insuring public. In order to have a standard product with common benefits and policy wordings across the industry, and to have a health insurance policy to take care of basic health insurance needs of insuring public, the standard health insurance product, that is Arogya Sanjeevani policy, was introduced. What are the unique features of this product? All general and standalone health insurers transacting indemnity-based health insurance business were mandated to offer Arogya Sanjeevani policy. The product has common benefit structure and terms and conditions across all the insurers. Then what is the difference between the standard products offered by various insurance companies? The difference is the price and also the services rendered by the insurance companies. Before going into the details of coverage available under Arogya Sanjeevani policy, let's first understand what are the types of health insurance policies. Based on the claim payments made under the policies, health insurance policies can be divided into two broad categories: indemnity-based policies and benefit-based policies. Indemnity-based health insurance policies are those which reimburse the treatment costs incurred by the policyholders, whereas benefit-based policies are those which offer a lump sum payment on happening of the contingent event covered under the policy. Going into the coverage details of Arogya Sanjeevani policy, hospitalization expenses, that is expenses incurred on hospitalization for a minimum period of 24 hours, are covered under the policy. Then pre-hospitalization expenses, that is expenses incurred 30 days prior to the hospitalization, and post-hospitalization expenses, that is expenses incurred after discharge from the hospital for a period of 60 days, are covered under the policy. All the daycare procedures are covered under the policy. Then expenses incurred on the treatment under Ayush lines of medicine are also covered under the policy. Expenses incurred on treatment of cataract, then expenses incurred on dental treatment and plastic surgery that is necessitated due to disease or injury are covered under the policy. Expenses incurred on ambulance charges are also covered up to the limit of Rs 2000. It may please be noted that all the indemnity-based health insurance products, including Arogya Sanjeevani policy, covering the treatment costs of hospitalization, also cover the cost of hospitalization treatment on account of COVID-19. Also, all health insurance policies covering treatment costs of COVID-19 cover the costs of hospitalization treatment towards Omicron variant of COVID-19 as well, subject to the terms and conditions of the policy contract. Now let's understand the sublimits applicable on the coverage under Arogya Sanjeevani policy. Room rent expenses are covered up to 2% of the sum insured, subject to the maximum of 5,000 rupees per day, and ICU charges are covered up to 5% of the sum insured, subject to the maximum of 10,000 rupees per day. Cataract expenses are covered up to 25% of the sum insured or 40,000 rupees, whichever is lower. Modern treatment methods are covered up to the limit of 50% of sum insured. Coming to the important features of the product, Arogya Sanjeevani policy can be availed both on individual and floater sum insured basis. The policy coverage is available for a period of 1 year under the policy. It can be availed by self covering the following family members: spouse, parents, parents-in-law, dependent children between the ages 3 months to 25 years can be covered under the policy. Insurers were mandated to offer a minimum sum insured of Rs 50,000 and a maximum of Rs 10 lakhs under Arogya Sanjeevani policy. However, subject to their underwriting policy, insurers can offer the sum insured beyond these specified limits. Now, let's understand the important exclusions under Arogya Sanjeevani policy. Expenses related to any admission primarily for investigation and evaluation purposes are not covered under the policy. Similarly, expenses related to admission primarily for enforced bed rest are not covered under the policy. Cosmetic or plastic surgery treatments or any treatments related to changing the appearance are excluded under the policy. Expenses related to treatment of correction of eyesight where the refractive error is less than 7.5 diopters are not covered under the policy. Expenses related to treatment necessitated due to participation as a professional in hazardous or adventure sports are also excluded under the policy. Unproven treatments are not covered under the policy. Maternity expenses, any expenses incurred on domiciliary hospitalization and on outpatient basis are also excluded under the policy. The above list of exclusions is not exhaustive and the viewers are requested to go through the policy terms and conditions to have a complete idea on the exclusions of Arogya Sanjeevani policy. Thank you.